Hi, my name is Mehreen and I'm finally a medical student at the University of Leeds. This is a series of vlogs for potential applicants to medical school, and I've just got some tips and advice for you, so keep watching. This video is on how to tackle difficult questions asked at interview. Interviews are scary in general, and I had to get through 6 of them, and you're always nervous, and sort of the simplest question can seem quite difficult to you at the time, so don't get hung up on them. Afterwards, it's probably just your nerves that are stopping you being coherent at the time. Don't get hung up on right or wrong answers. Again, if you don't know the answer to a question, just say you don't know the answer to a question. They'll appreciate the honesty more than they'll appreciate you sort of half making something up. However, apart from that, there might actually be questions on topics that you haven't studied at school at all or as much, just because they're not relevant to everyone, and they're only relevant to medicine itself. So there's the 4 principles of medicine, so that includes autonomy and beneficence and so on. And you'll only really know about that if you've looked it up specifically in certain books. And you might have less knowledge on those to begin with, so it might be hard to answer questions on those unless you're properly prepared. I found that one book in particular was quite good for helping me prepare for that, and it's called Medical School Interviews by George Lee and Oliver Pickard. It's got loads of questions and answers in there, the common questions that are asked in interview, and as well as some of the more specific and difficult questions about the principles, about specific situations. So one of the questions might be, you are a doctor in X ward, what would you do if such and such a patient came in? And the patient might have sort of difficult backgrounds, or might have certain religious beliefs that make it hard for you to treat them in a certain way. And it's all about sort of talking about ethics and weighing up the rights and wrongs and the pros and cons of each decision. And again, in that, there's not really a right or wrong answer, there's more a debate to be had, and they want you to go through that debate out loud in front of them. So unless you've kind of done your research in that book or in other books that are useful, it's quite hard to know how to answer certain questions. Another book that I would highly recommend is called How to Prepare for Medical School Interviews by Phil McElnay. I actually helped write this book with other students at medical schools across the country, and it was published earlier this year. Because we've all been through medical school ourselves, we all know that interviews can be hard, and we've actually all used interview questions and given the answers to those questions, and they're all questions we were asked at medical school interviews ourselves. So they're all really relevant and quite recent because we were all still in medical school, and they're probably still using the same questions now at interview. So I'd highly recommend that book. Both books will be linked on a resources page down below, so click through to have a look. And I would really recommend them to any medical school applicant. It'll just help you prepare and get more sort of practice in for those difficult questions. So I really hope that helped. Do definitely have a look at the resources down below on the resources page. Subscribe to the videos if you'd like to see more vlogs on how to prepare for medical school interviews. The next section of vlogs will be on what to do when you're starting medical school itself. Leave any questions or comments you have down below, and thank you for watching.